And oh, there we are. Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to Ranking the MCU. My name is Bronson, and I am joined to the, from your perspective, left of me, oh, by
Suppose?
Mr. Aaron Reynolds.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, Bronson, how you doing?
I'm doing okay, man. I'm, a little tired.
Same.
Uh, you know, it's one of those things where I got new work stuff going on,
Yep.
and then combine new work stuff combined with a new drug habit, and then combined with doing this, real tired.
Is it a new drug habit?
I mean a reoccurring not I shouldn't say new drug habit, but a returning drug habit.
Yes.
There we go. There we go.
Just when you think you've come clean, it comes back.
Well, retail doesn't hit this hard.
You're right. You need more.
Um.
You need to hit the way it did in the old days.
Yeah. No. You need the good shit, as they would say. You want that good premium World of Warcraft heroin.
Yes. Oh yes. But you know, I like video games and all.
But we also
have a show for that.
Yeah, but we also love movies.
We love movies, and we particularly enjoy superhero movies. As ashamed as I am to say that in public, no, it's fine.
Yeah, you might get. Someone might say that you're a boomer. Fucking dumbest story of the year.
Look, I'm not ashamed of the movies themselves. It's some of the conversations I see online regarding the movies, like, Jesus Christ, you guys.
Some of the conversations in our own circle that come up about these movies, I'm like, dear Lord.
Ooh, wow, guys, wow.
Quality takes. Only quality.
Oh yeah, the best ones.
Ones
befitting our age.
So hey, this week we did Thor Ragnarok. So did Thor Ragnarok and did
Black Panther.
Black Panther. So yeah, so we'll do Ragnarok first.
Go ahead and get into it. Yeah.
Yeah. So as always, was this better? Was this worse? Or about the same for you?
For me, this was better. I already enjoyed it quite a bit. And then we had our conversations, and I wondered, was it as good as I remember? And yeah, no, I enjoyed that movie, very much so.
It was.
What about you?
It was about the same.
About the same.
That movie is all right.
Okay.
Like that movie is okay to me. It feels like weirdly inconsistent at points. Some of the jokes really land, where some of them I'm just like, God, please stop.
Okay.
I think its soundtrack is fucking fantastic.
It's great, yeah.
And the planet Sakaar has a real good visual look to it.
It really does. Yep.
But yeah, and also bonus points for having a villain that doesn't automatically suck. So
no, it was a good villain.
Yes, by especially by MCU standards. Good God.
Yes.
So.
Oof. Should we start from the beginning?
Yeah, so we get a little speech from Thor, about looking for the Infinity Stones, and then all this other shit, and then he's like, I'm back home to stop Ragnarok, da 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 da, and then he's you find him in a like a fucking cage, wire hookup, just speaking with Surtur, the one who's gonna bring Ragnarok.
Yep.
And
Yep.
this joke didn't hit for me.
What are you talking about?
Not at all. This was that's actually where my fucking comment came from initially. That you saw in the fucking chat. I was like, this is.
I loved that.
That
was good.
I was like, this is fucking stupid.
Especially for Thor. You know, they were just having fun.
Fair, okay, fair enough. But yeah, like I was not a fan of that, unfortunately.
Okay.
So that continues, and then they go to he escapes just barely, and we find out that Heimdall is missing. Like, that's the first part that's weird, right? And this dude is using the Bifrost to fucking
take weird
random shit. Which that I thought was funny. It's like, say hello to my friends Destroy.
Yeah.
Destroy. Des and Troy. Destroy. Like, I was like, okay. That was a little funny.
I don't know. That character was funny.
Yeah, yes. He definitely has some moments in this movie that are real good.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. But yeah, so Thor goes up to Asgard and is, it's like, what the fuck have you been doing? Blah, 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 blah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then turns out, Odin is Loki! Because we knew that. Because, we watched the last movie. The last Thor movie.
Yes, but still, just the way they...
The way they do the reveal is good. With the hammer threatened. So that was pretty good. And then they do, so they have that happen, and then, they proceed to, have to go retrieve Odin, right?
Yep.
They come to Earth, and, Thor, of course, is getting autographs, and because he's Thor. And then they have a discussion about where's Jane. Which she's not in this movie, so hey, that's an automatic upgrade from the previous Thor movies. Good God.
Okay.
God, just the most bland, pointless character in the world. And now we're gonna make an entire fourth movie that's mostly about her.
I mean, given that I think this is the best Thor movie of the three.
Yeah. Yes.
I think
low bar,
there's always
yes.
a chance. I think there's always a chance for a reimagining.
Yeah, apparently she's gonna wield Mjolnir and, like, all this other shit, so... Hey! Blazing with the sub-a-dub-dub!
Dude, 15 months? Are you kidding me? You got the fucking list over Shenron's face.
That's how important this list is here.
Get this list out of my face.
Blazing, how you been, bud? So, lordy. So, yeah, that's actually probably the movie, like, if it were not for, like, the 80s hairband aesthetic that all the art from it they've shown so far has.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys fuck up the list yet? I mean,
We're
look
just
at it.
starting.
That's from worst to first so far, baby.
Yeah.
So, and then we still got what's going on, boys? Sorry, I've been so inactive on these streams.
You're good, dude.
It's good. We know people got lives. They come and go.
Yep.
I'm glad that you're back, though. Thank you. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for, being around. So, yeah, they have their little interaction with Doctor Strange, which, man, did they tease that? Let me tell you, I forget which movie had the teaser for this. I want to say it was Civil War.
Or was it Doctor Strange?
Or was it? Yeah, it was. No, it might have been Doctor Strange. But one of those movies had the post credits for this, and we're like, oh fuck, we're gonna get and it's like it's a very brief, like funny interaction.
Yes.
And it's enjoyable. I enjoyed the Loki joke, the falling thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gloves were weird. I don't know who made that costume choice. That was very weird. It was a cool little interaction. You know, they meet Odin. You know, they meet Odin, and or they get sent to Odin. Odin explains like, yeah, I'm dying. I'm gonna die soon, and Ragnarok's gonna happen. But you know, we're not a place where people.
Right.
You know, and then he proceeds to croak, and Thor gets mad at Loki, but then Helya shows up, and like they're ready to go, they're ready to fuck her up, and in one of the actually my favorite scenes in the entire MCU, she catches that motherfucking hammer.
Yep.
And smashes it.
You want to talk about properly setting up a villain?
Yeah.
There are few ways you do it better than that.
Yeah, like that is the ultimate. That was such a good setup for her.
Yep.
I think that there are better villains in the MCU, but like, man, do they set that up real well. Like,
Yep.
super nice. Like that was a moment where, like, even as someone who does not love this movie, and generally describes it as okay, that was a moment where I was like, holy shit. So yeah, and then they they call up the Bifrost, which Loki realizes is a stupid idea because it leads her, straight to Asgard.
Right.
But so they fight with inside it, and Loki gets knocked off. Thor eventually gets knocked off, and then Helya gets sent to Asgard, and has her little moment where, hey, another big plus. That scene was so good. Like Aaron said, it set her up to be a true villain. Yes.
Yep.
One of the best parts about that whole scene, though, or the follow-up scene, is the fact that they just murder the living shit out of two of Thor's friends immediately after.
Yeah.
God
damn.
The lame friend, like that, like one of the big baggages of the Thor franchise have been these like lame friends no one cares about.
I love those friends. You shut your mouth.
And just immediately, just the big guy, whoom, the fucking other guy, whoom, and I'm just like, all right, you're selling me. Go on. Go on.
They're certainly setting up some stakes. I like it.
Yeah, like they are setting up that she is a fucking murder machine.
Yeah.
To not be fucking trifled with, and I love it. I thought they did a real good job with her, and good on them for it. Yeah. So that happens, and then you get flipped over to where Thor is. Wakes up on a dumpster world, it looks like. Has no idea where he is. Bunch of people show up to fucking, like, gank his shit. But then a spaceship shows up, and she's fucking drunk. And, like, this was a very, like, what the fuck is happening in this movie moment?
Yep.
It's, So she shows up drunk, murders down all the peasants, and just automatically captures Thor. Just, she's a killer queen.
Really cool weapon.
I do like those homies, too, says Placian to the Thor thing. So, well, I'm in the minority, I guess. It happens.
It does happen.
So, anyway, so they fucking... and she just instantly just throws the thing on his neck and captures him. And then, which I didn't find that scene that funny. I found it more just, like, fucking, like, interesting way to introduce this character. Okay.
Which scene?
The introduction to who we know as Valkyrie.
Oh, yes. I don't know. I think it was just further establishing that it's just like the lighter tone despite the stakes.
Right, which like, I don't know if I like it or not. Because, like, I'm just like, okay, Thor needed to fucking lighten up for sure, especially after the last movie. But, like, you have this villain who is just, like, so fucking, like, high everything, and now you have, like, this weird joke, like, essentially joke planet. That's kind of what it feels like at times.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, like, it's just this weird, like, split, I guess, for me. So yeah.
Thomas says Thor's journey in Endgame parallels hers, as in the Valkyrie.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. That's a movie we'll get to later, though.
Oh yeah.
Much later.
I mean, 2 weeks, right? Or a week?
2 weeks.
Or no, yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks,
right.
Yep. So, yeah. Anyway, where'd we leave off? So, anyway. And this scene I love. It's the introduction to the Grandmaster, like, in the chair and everything.
Ah, yes.
Where it's like, you're now meeting the Grandmaster, and just Thor screaming.
Willy Wonka reference to
just
fucking Jeff Goldblum being Jeff Goldblum, and it's like
so fucking funny, dude. Like,
yep.
like that's it. That a lot of the humor in this movie is forced. That was a killer one, though. I was fucking dying when I saw that shit. So yeah, we get introduced to the Grandmaster, who is also spectacular.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Thomas says tomorrow.
Watching Endgame tomorrow.
I mean, I'm gonna be watching all that shit next week. So
I mean, I think Loki premieres this Thursday.
Yeah, so. This technically, I mean, Wednesday if you want to get technical.
You want to get super technical with it? Yeah, sure.
So yeah, like, you have this moment with Thor, and so you have this moment with Thor introducing the Grandmaster, and just like, I am the God of Thunder. Yeah,
yep.
Those sparkles. I don't think any other actor could do this scene. Like, I can't think of a single one who can make this shit work. I think any other actor, I'd be like, this is stupid. But because it's Jeff Goldblum, like,
Jeff Goldblum nails it so well.
Like, it's too good, and he's too good at it throughout the entire film. Is the thing. Like that, and so yeah. But yes, I am the God of Thunder, just a Lord of Thunder versus my champion. I think the Grandmaster, one of the children from Willy Wonka, that he uses that intro. He's the best at being weird and eccentric. Yes, he's so good at it, dude. Like, it's like, just, it's beautiful. So
that's
yeah. But yeah, so I really, what was I going to say? So, like, and then we get the intro to him, and then it cuts back to Asgard, where, like, the armies are getting, like, they're ready to protect Asgard, and one last of Thor's friends, and, does not matter. Does not matter. You get to see her, like, oh, you thought she was bad before.
Yeah.
Wrecks the entire army of Asgard and Thor's last friend.
Yep.
Just riggedy wrecks them. Like, it's not even close. It's not even a fucking thing. Like, nah, son. So, yeah. And then just, like, the remaining, what I love is just, like, how, like, he gets up to stand against her one more time, and she's just like, oh, phew.
Yep.
I'm just like, fuck, dude.
All right.
And then you find out how much of Odin's kingdom was horseshit,
Yep.
which like that was just like oh, 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 okay.
Yep.
And then you also, on top of that, get to find out about what was it? All like a good chunk of his treasures being horseshit. I just love how she completely ignores the Infinity Stone. Just sitting there, the
Right.
Tesseract. Just
Yep.
like, oh, that's okay. That's alright. Like, that's garbage. So, yeah, cuts back to Sakaar, where you get introduced to, the Rock character. I forget his name.
I'm forgetting his name
Korg.
too.
Korg, I believe it is?
Korg, that's
Korg.
right.
Like, hello, Doug. It's just like, it was like, I'm gonna defeat the Grandmaster's champion and earn my way out. That's always what Doug used to say. He's dead now. I was like, well, I'm gonna succeed. That's, I was like, okay, new Doug. Like, that character is genuinely really funny.
Yes.
Once again, not all the humor hit for me, but that was a moment that, once again, was real good. So you have the, he gets ready to fight, and they find out that Valkyrie is a Valkyrie.
Yep.
No other way to say that. And he's just like, he has moments just like, I think it's great that there's a group of all women fighters. I was like, I always wanted to be a Valkyrie until I found out there were only women. And he has this moment with her, and he finds out, she's just like, I don't work for that life anymore. Like, she's obviously like running from something. And Thor's like, well, fuck. So he goes to fight this champion.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the best intros to a character ever. You see that's Hulk, and he's just like, yes.
Oh, this just look of disbelief. Just god damn.
Yeah,
that's such a good moment. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yes, I know him. We work together.
He's from work.
Yeah, it's so good.
And then Loki just like looking
just
down.
horrified.
Oh.
But then Loki having a great moment, like a second later, of just like, like Thor gets right around. He's like, yeah, that's how that feels. Oh Lord, that was too good.
Yeah.
That was too good. Yeah, and they have their fight, and it's fairly even, and Thor's about to win, but cheating, we'll say, would maybe been a factor.
Maybe.
By the because Grandmaster can't lose,
Oh yeah.
can't lose this new talent.
Right.
Jeff Goldblum can't lose his champion. Come on now.
Yeah, exactly.
Who would want to lose the Hulk in that capacity? Like, you run a gladiator arena, that's the best instance to have the Hulk around.
Yep.
As long as you don't piss him off.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. They give him a giant room, give him a bouncy ball. What more do you want?
Give him constant,
Give him a hot tub.
Give him constant people to smash things to smash.
There you go.
And also Smash? Question mark.
No.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of adult humor in this movie.
Sure is.
Like, way too much of it.
So, God, what was it? You have, so that happens, and then, he wakes up, and, like, Thor's like, where's, where's Banner? Banner comes out, and it's just like, no Banner, only Hulk. It's just like, or no, he's just like, he wants, it's like, you only want Banner. It's like, no, I much prefer you. As we'll see later.
Banner's all math and science. Hulk is strong.
Yep. Oh lordy, I was very happy when they eventually fused them into Professor Hulk. Emily with the good evening, gentlemen.
What's going on, Emily?
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Ain't nobody talking to you, Bronson.
Yeah, fair.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So Thor wakes up and has a conversation with Hulk and Valkyrie about possibly escaping and whatnot. And then I believe it cuts back to the other planet. The what's going on at Asgard, I believe. Hold on, I'll go check that.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is where it gets a little hazy for me because this is. Oh yes, after Sakaar, I really lose interest in this movie. Like the last third or so of this movie, kind of shits the bed for me. Other than one particular moment. So. Take that how you will. So.
Emily is on vacation. Congratulations.
Yeah, you're going out to you're in Colorado, right?
All right.
Colorado.
Who doesn't love Colorado, home of the Broncos?
I mean, everybody that's not a Broncos fan probably.
Lots of good snowboarding up there. Some good food, especially if you want a good steak.
It's true.
Isn't that where The Shining happened?
Is it?
I don't know. I swear I looked this up once.
Oh, now I need to know that. That's important information.
I don't know about the setting of the book itself, but the hotel for the movie, I want to say, was there.
Mm-hmm.
But,
okay. It was shot there?
I want to say, I don't know. I'm just saying things on the internet with, like, based on, like, a years long memory. I don't...
Wow, so you're wielding in other words, you're wielding your power for bad.
Yeah.
I'm wielding it about as well as anyone else on the internet. That is my defense.
Okay.
So
enough. Boulder, Colorado, the Stanley Hotel.
I get away this time. All right.
Boulder is a hippie college town. If you're ever curious about what Boulder actually is.
Okay.
I thought it was a rock. I'm confused now.
But dumb Tish. So Thor escapes. Excuse me. Thor escapes by talking with Valkyrie and pickpocketing the device. He gets out. He finds the Quinjet, but then Hulk has that moment. This scene, I was just like, okay, did we really need to have like this jokey moment, like strongest Avenger, best of it? I'm just like, dear God.
That's funny. Come on now.
I don't, dude. Like, there's such a thing as there's such a thing as too many goddamn jokes, especially for a character who they like up until recently never established as being like super jokey. In fact, his last film was dark as fuck. Granted, they needed to completely.
Yeah, and that worked out real well if you look on this list.
But yeah, yes, I'm not saying that like. But you can do a dark movie well.
Sure. But just because, look, hey man, you want to tell me you can make a comedic Batman? I will watch that.
Yeah,
I mean you can.
The 1960s Batman. Watch Adam West.
I mean, I want to like a. I want a Thor Ragnarok, but Batman.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
This movie was there's like the first time I watched it, I was like, it's okay. Like, I remember saying that, and the second time I watched it, I don't know if it's just like, because I definitely did not remember any of these jokes, but none of these jokes landed. No,
some of them did, some of them didn't.
A couple got like I got like some good chuckles out of, and I literally watched it like probably 7 hours ago, and I don't even remember what the hell they were.
More of it stuck with me than the last time I watched it, but even then, like, so it goes back to the Quinjet, and then Hulk chases after him, and then sees the Natasha clip and turns back into Banner, and Banner has a fucking panic attack, because I mean, of course you would in that situation, especially if you're a person like Banner,
right?
And then they have some more like quippy dialogue, which it's just like, am I Tony? No, you're Banner. It's like why am I wearing Tony's clothes? Because you were naked. It's just like I was just like, dear fucking lord.
Oh, actually, that just reminded me of one of the jokes I actually liked when Thor was trying to settle down the Hulk while they're fighting.
Oh
He's doing
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
he's going,
yeah.
no, buddy. That was clever.
That was
That-
great.
It's like Thor, this really? You think this is really gonna work with you? It only works because Natasha. Like, come on, bro.
No,
You ain't
no.
got that sweet. That
He had to
sweet red
try,
hair.
right?
Yeah.
Well, what made that scene even better beyond that part was was like later in the movie is when he is Banner, he tries using it again.
And he keeps repeating it over and over.
And it's just
again.
like, stop saying that.
Stop.
Like, yeah, like that was that was one of the better moments for sure. But yeah, like but the stuff with Banner largely didn't hit until they were in the jet, and even then, like just it's Mark Ruffalo freaking out. Like that's what it is. Then the Grandmaster brings in everyone to like start a hunt. To start a manhunt for them, right?
Yeah.
And I love that. I like that scene. I like Grandmaster. Just give me more of the Grandmaster. I'd watch a whole fucking movie or a series of him just being this weird fucking
And insane.
crazy bastard. Yeah, basically. I just love how it's just like, okay, give me, it's like give me the fucking thing. It's like, no, not the melting stick. They didn't fucking like
He's like, what are you doing? He didn't commit any capital crimes.
Just like it's just like this. Like, oh, I don't like that word. The prisoners with jobs.
Oh yeah.
That's better. That's better.
That's what's
That's
better.
better.
Like, once again, all the stuff related to him is fucking hilarious.
It's good. It's really good.
Like he fucking carries so much of this goddamn movie.
Oh yes, very large portions of it.
Yeah. So then Valkyrie and Loki have their fight, and you realize, and then you get to find out about what happened to Valkyrie and why she's so messed up because Loki being Loki.
So emo.
And I actually like that you get to see Loki being real competent in combat here. You don't get to see enough of that throughout the series, I feel. In fact, a lot of footage of him is just getting riggedy wrecked. In fact, that's actually part of the reason I'm super excited for his series later this week, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's already this week. Damn.
Right.
Yep, first 2 episodes are 50 minutes apiece, and they are on.
Wow.
They are on Wednesday. So yeah.
Super interested in that because obviously Hiddleston, but also like the lore that they're gonna bring in apparently is gonna be ridiculous.
That is a series that is that is a idea like Loki time cop that I am very fucking intrigued by. When they first announced there's gonna be a Loki series, I'm like, oh god. Like I just thought they were like pandering, but like no, this actually does look. When they showed the trailer, I was like, okay, no, that actually does look kind of cool.
We aren't gonna get like Loki from any of these movies. Loki.
No.
This guy, they're basically undoing all of his fucking character development, which kind of sucks. But
I agree with you on that part actually, though. Like that I will agree with you on, but let's see how he develops this time.
Yeah.
Never know.
Yeah.
Could be something cool.
No. Oh yeah, it is. It is tomorrow.
Yep. So.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Let's see. So, going forward, we have Mark Ruffalo and him freaking out. And
Yep.
then Valkyrie and Loki are sent to hunt. And fucking Banner's just like, why are all these people celebrating Thor or Hulk? What the hell is going on? I'll also that comment just like, yeah, we had a fight. Who won? I did. That doesn't sound right.
Easily, he said.
Easily.
All right.
Like, yeah. So that was, that was fine. But so Loki, so we get Loki, Banner, and Valkyrie making their plan. Figuring out like, okay, this is the Grandmaster's, ship, etc., etc. All the stuff related to that.
Yep.
So yeah, like that, like they start figuring that plan out, and they start doing the gun wind up thing. Where they let's see, hold on. Then they go down the prison and arm Korg and everyone for the revolution.
Uh-huh.
The prison with jobs jokes happens.
Yep.
And then Thor and Loki have a little bit of a heart to heart here. In the elevator, and then they bust out with the two guns, which was fucking awesome.
Yep.
They're just like, we're not doing get help. I hate him. Get help. It's like, it's humiliating.
Just this half-assed throw of his brother too.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to hurt. He doesn't want to hurt him.
Ah, I suppose not.
So anyway, so you have that little heart to heart, and you have the get help moment, and then like Thor, after all these years, finally catches on to the betrayal.
Yep.
Finally took an eternity.
Took a little while.
Congratulations. Yeah, thousands of years.
Yeah.
Is it like?
Look, Thor isn't bright.
No, he is not.
And then you have the Grand Master like saying, "Okay, you guys need to go get them." Da 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 da. He has my ship, etc., etc. So yeah, like you have that moment, and then the chase scene starts, which is fucking just quality, just pure quality. Especially when they find out it's a pleasure ship, not.
Oh yeah.
Do not touch anything.
Yeah.
Like that. Once again, comedy gold there on that part. So they have their big chase scene, and then Loki gets the big rescue moment, with like, hey everybody, I'm here with the big ship, and that's where we cut back to Asgard, and them murdering everyone to find out who's loyal or not, and then Heimdall, trying to save as many people as he can, but still being under the radar. Which it's a shame that he didn't get more development or time in this series. I feel like, because like we obviously know what happens in the next movie he's in.
Yeah. Yep.
What a way to waste Idris Elba. Like, what? Why would you do this?
The MCU has a habit of doing that, and I realize that you can't keep every possible role and actor forever. Sure. Like I get that, but like it just feels like some things go to a waste. Like I like, for example, I love Ego. I thought Kurt Russell did an amazing job. But okay, now Kurt Russell is done in the MCU.
Right.
Like he done.
Well, I mean, kind of.
Well, okay. Kurt Russell is mostly done in the MCU.
Yes.
Right.
What I was actually gonna say, since you guys brought that up, the Heimdall thing. The whole time I'm watching that movie, and I don't know if it's just me, but the whole time I'm watching that movie, right, I feel like once Thor gets his ass kicked and sent to Sakaar, and then he has that communication with Heimdall. I feel like the whole movie could have been like Thor communicates to Heimdall, and then they shift to Heimdall and the Asgardians trying to like push back Hela, like for like a 15-20 minute scene, and then Heimdall contacts Thor, and then they go back to what Thor's doing, and you would have such a more competent movie, especially like in terms of what the Asgardians are going through and Heimdall getting any kind of character progression, because the whole time, like, especially the build up, do you really give a fuck about the Asgardians like at all in any capacity?
No, not at all, dude.
Because I don't.
No, like that. Just like who the fuck cares? Like that, you know, which is weird.
So you're arguing for them to have more screen time?
I'm arguing for them to like make me care about Thor's people.
Yeah, the Asgardians, and then you could get like even like a small hero. You'd have like a hero's journey storyline for Heimdall, and the movie would still mostly be the same. Like you'd still have just as much Thor in it, but you could get rid of Thor interrogating the Hulk about questions he can't answer, or like doesn't have the mental capacity to answer.
Actually, you want to know something that I realized with this is like that communication thing creates kind of fucking plot hole, because it's just like, you telling me like that dude couldn't sneak away for a little bit to portal Thor's ass over, like at all?
Well, no, he could. He it's like the way he does it in that specific set where he's like come have a look or whatever. I think he's doing a version of what Loki could do, but like he's projecting somebody else here. He still needs the Bifrost to bring Thor back to Asgard.
The Bifrost is the key.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, but like, at no point did like, okay, so he stole the sword.
It's an astral projection.
Okay, but he stole the sword for the Bifrost. So
right.
Instead, why not just fucking bring Thor back? When he did that, I don't understand.
He opens the gate immediately and brings Thor right then and there.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, no, that's a good point, actually.
Like, I'm just like...
I'm missing the Bifrost thing.
Well, okay, yeah, no, because...
Heimdall went back to the Bifrost portal, and he took the sword, and then right after that, Karl Urban and Hela are like, where's the sword? Like, they go to transport the army to go take over other places.
Right.
Oh, I see. But did that communication with Heimdall happen?
That was after he got the sword back.
Right, but either way...
Yeah, that was after.
Either way, it doesn't matter, because Heimdall can see anywhere, anywhere in the fucking universe. We just figured out a big plot hole with this movie.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but if he had just brought back Thor by himself, then they would have been fucked anyway.
I mean...
Sure, story-wise, yeah, that would
Story-wise, like, yeah, as a movie.
That would not have made sense.
Right, but like, okay...
They could have cured that with an easy line of like Heimdall going into like his vision and being like attempting to bring him back, and then he like gets the vision and he's like, no, it's not time for him to return, and then takes the sword and leaves. Like that would have totally killed that.
or it would have just, you know, there's a lot of things you could have done with that.
Yeah, but sure.
There's...
Wow, that's a good pickup, Bronson. I didn't pick that up before.
Yeah, I realized that when watching it like this time around. I was just like, wait.
Why didn't you just bring back Thor? Yeah.
It was like, you could have literally just brought back Thor and Loki, and like, in all honesty,
the Avengers. Just brought all of the Avengers there.
Like, I'm just like, wait.
Huh?
Or like, yeah, like, and to be fair, this is like my 5th time watching this movie, so, I'm not like I'm a fucking genius for catching it. So, like, I'm fucking, like, took me 5 tries to be like, oh, wait.
Oh, wait a second.
This is fucking, yeah, so you get the big confrontation where, like, they're trying to lead the Asgardian people into town, and then Valkyrie has her, ship, and, has a Gatling gun, and Mark Ruffalo is the pilot. And then, what else do we got here? It's setting up, Thor gets set up on the throne, and him and Hela have their fight.
Oh, also, another good joke right there. Like, when they're escaping, and Ruffalo's flying the ship, or Thor's like, here, you fly the ship, I need to help her. And he's like, but I don't know how to fly this thing. He's like, use one of your PhDs.
which like man,
That was a
that
good little rub. I like that one.
was a yeah, that was so yeah, yeah, Thor and Hela have her little back and forth, and then they have their fight, and just like I enjoyed their fight, and Thor loses his eye, but not only does he lose his eye, like, are you the god? Just like, are you the god of hammers?
Yeah.
Yeah, which I thought that was a good little moment.
I like. I do love when Marvel pulls in really good actors, but I also hate it because then it like Anthony Hopkins just shits on everybody in that movie, except for maybe Goldblum. Like he just makes everybody else look
no,
like
he shits on
pedestrian
everyone in the
actors.
Thor franchise, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's like, dude, watch him give that speech about that motherfucking hammer in that first movie, then watch every other part of that first Thor movie, and you're just
Yeah.
like, well, okay. No, like, fucking, yeah, dude, no, absolutely, yeah, so,
Man,
no.
I'm actually surprised you dislike this movie so much, Bronson.
I don't dislike it like a ton. I think it's fine. Like that's the way I've described it every time I've ever watched it, is like, and I think a lot of it is the fact that it has a really good center, but then like I think the beginning of this movie sucks. Like I think that
Like the very beginning, the first scene.
yeah.
No.
What?
Yeah, I hate that.
No,
It's so
that's
dumb.
Disney and Marvel really know how to make an entrance. I have to disagree there.
I
That
did
was
not.
that was good. That was a fun time.
Like once Doctor Strange got involved, I was like, okay,
That, well, I mean, yes.
yeah,
I just checked out.
and then the back half of this movie after once they get off Sakaar, I'm like far less interested in it for the most part. Like when they're back on Asgard, like the big fight scene. Like I enjoy Thor's fight with Hela. Like when he finally gets his lightning powers back, it's like, are you the motherfucking god of hammers, or are you,
Yeah.
you know, god of thunder? And then you get that moment where he comes in and helps the army with the fucking immigrant song.
Yep.
So that was real good. Yeah, and like just I also feel that like part of this movie doesn't feel like, it feels like something's missing. Other than, and it's like the half of the humor's good, half of the humor's forced.
Yeah, it's pretty forced humor.
I think part of it is I just don't give a shit about Thor himself. Because up until this point, I didn't like either of his first two movies. I don't really care for him in the Avengers himself. And then, this movie is trying to, really make me care about Thor, but, it doesn't do anything to earn that.
See, that's hard for me to believe. Like, I think, because, it makes his best is when he is with the Avengers. Like, when he's playing off the rest of those actors, he's amazing.
Yeah.
It's just, I think for the first two Avenger movies, this is obvious Ragnarok going forward, this is Thor.
Yeah.
So they have a full identity of him, which is not bad. He's kind of quippy. I'm not for having a god of anything being that stupid, but it's okay, whatever. When he's with the Avengers, it's undoubtedly it's his best work.
I will say this: I really like him in the next two movies.
Okay, yeah.
I really like him in the next two. Just this one didn't hit for me. I did enjoy, once again, you said Anthony Hopkins has the flashback with him. That was pretty good. That was really good. And then, he gets his lightning powers, and, Loki just sees it, and he's like, yeah, fuck yeah. I know what that was all about. They use the immigrant song appropriately.
Right.
All this other, so that ends up, that ends up being the, that ends up, they have their big fight scene there when, Thor finally gets to pop off, right? Like, because this entire movie he's been kind of getting jobbed in different ways. So, like, he finally gets to pop off a bit. And then Valkyrie has her entrance with the exploding ship and everything. I will say I don't like Thor's intro where Banner jumps out of the plane. And then
man,
that was a very much an example of forced humor that I was not a fan of.
That was funny.
Wait, which one? Which one are you talking about?
The one where when Thor, Hulk goes to defend people.
And then he just hits face first on the bridge.
Oh yeah, you mean where Bruce Banner kills himself?
Yeah.
And has actually broken his fucking neck?
He should be dead. How hard he hits the bridge.
Oh no, he's definitely dead. Like his eyes don't move, his head's twisted, and all of his, he's in the wrong. Bruce Banner is dead in that moment. So holy fuck, that was. I still the second time I watched it, I was like, oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah, wasn't a fan of that. That didn't get a laugh. I mean, that was.
Oh, that was hilarious.
That was honestly, what didn't get a laugh. It just got a what the fuck.
Because you're expecting badassery from the Hulk.
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
Which I feel I think I would have appreciated in that moment.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we got a badass from the Hulk for a lot of this movie.
Sure.
And for a bit afterwards. He sees a bit at the very end of this. He fights this giant. He's like, big monster.
Yeah.
He doesn't shy away from shit. That's Hulk.
That joke didn't land for me either, though.
Yeah, that was a light chuckle for me.
That got a smirk from me, okay.
That made sense to me because they didn't really explain to Hulk what the plan was, so
exactly, no.
That kind of works out.
Yeah. That's what Hulk would do. It's very much in character, I'll say that.
Hulk smash.
What big monster? That's totally something he would say. That's which not which Thor figures out okay, hey, we need to save the people, not the planet. The only way we're gonna beat her is if we cause Ragnarok. And Loki's bold plan, even by my standards. All right, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
So yeah, they go through so they go through. They all take turns fighting Hela. So she smokes them. Everyone but Thor, and even Thor to an extent, just gets absolutely smoked.
Yep.
But and then the Destroy character saves the Asgardians.
Scourge.
Yeah, he gets his little redemption moment.
Sorta. Yeah,
as best as they were gonna give him.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is such a shitty redemption moment.
It wasn't very good because he was in the position to have his redemption moment because when he noticed he was losing, he just threw on the thing and hid.
Yeah, he just seems to be a coward more than anything.
Which he is.
Yeah.
That's made it was not a full-on 100% redemption moment. It couldn't have been.
Sure, but they I feel like they could have done they could have made him a coward in a different way to where he's okay, he doesn't know what to do, and maybe he's trying to figure out how to save his people, or keep Hela at bay, even though he's obviously not equipped to do that.
Yeah,
but
it's just hard
he's
because
not even capable of that.
Well, right, but even if he did that, it's hard because of what happens for the entire movie prior. He almost became executioner if that guy didn't call out.
Yeah,
he would have swung.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
what a waste of Carl Urban. I was just waiting. I was just waiting for him to say, "Well, well, well, if it isn't the invisible cunt."
We got
Uh,
my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like you can't win. It's like, oh, I know I can't, but he can. And they summon Ragnarok, and he's fucking up the planet, and then Thor or not Thor, Hulk. That joke we discussed earlier, which funny to see him get one good shot in.
Yeah.
Like that shit was that part of it was the funny part to me. Just the fact that like he got just a just direct punch to the face.
Yep.
But
Yep.
Yeah. So and then they all escape, and then the planet gets destroyed. But then this joke did make me laugh. The Korg one being like, but hey, we got a good foundation to rebuild. It's like, nope, no more foundation, no more anything.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was good.
That one was good, and then they cut to like, oh, Thor is now the king again, and then proceed to have our sweet vaporwave credit scene.
Yeah.
Like I have to admit, I really like that. Then Loki and Thor having their discussion about Earth. And then you get the Grandmaster at the very end in the post credits.
And it's a tie.
Yeah.
It's a tie. Yeah.
Which is what god damn it. To the last second.
He
Yeah.
does an amazing job.
Yep.
Amazing job here.
As per usual.
Yep.
Oh yeah, as always, man. Everybody, as is tradition, what are we rating each of these out of? What are we rating this out of 5?
Oh man.
5.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Easy. Funny ass movie.
Okay, defend this.
It's funny. From
That's
start
it?
to finish, it's funny. And I had a good time, and it was a new world. Jeff Goldblum's great. Like, I just had a blast watching this movie from beginning to end.
3.
Ooh.
3.
All right.
I like parts of it. Like, there are parts of it that really do hit for me. But then there are other parts of it where I am either bored or don't care or the jokes don't land. It feels like a very fucking uneven experience for me. So,
Okay.
All right. What about you, Thomas?
Wow, I thought you forgot my name for a second there. I was about to get very angry. I was about to be very angry. I really like every time I've watched this movie, I've wanted to really like it, like really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously far and away better than any of the other Thor movies.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, that is one thing we can agree on.
Yeah. The only the thing that really just bogs me down is just like every time, and I don't know if like it might be like Thor to like an even a more extreme extent. Like his movies seem to have the worst villains. Like they just.
I thought Hela was. I mean, like the standard was low, but like
Kate Blanchett's performance is great, and she's an imposing figure. But if you really think about it, she doesn't say much. Like she doesn't say much that's worth anything. I'm gonna come here and I'm going to kill everybody and I'm going to impose my will throughout the universe. Okay, so you're a boilerplate. You're just an evil guy. Like you're an evil bad dude. Like that's it.
Okay, fair enough.
The humor, like, and it's so weird because Taika is such a good director. So like, this comedy was so flat in a lot of places. And like I said, other places really well done. But man, it's just it's a decent time. Like the action scenes are really good. Obviously, Thor fighting Hulk is great.
Yep.
Like fan service, like it's so good. But like, yeah, man, there's like the plot's just like whatever. There's really not that many high stakes or consequences. Yeah, so I think I really don't think I don't think this is a 2 or a 3, but I don't think I'm gonna disrespect it because like Jeff Goldblum, Anthony Hopkins, Hiddleston, all great performances. Hemsworth definitely picked it up. Blanchett was great in this movie, so I think I'm gonna give it a 3. I would have, if the performances were a little less even, I probably would have given this a 2.
Okay. Well, so where does everyone want to put it? Looking at this list.
Good question.
Can we read the list from bottom from the well, I guess on your end, top to bottom?
Hulk, Hulk, Thor 2, Thor 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man, Age of Ultron, Spider-Man Homecoming, Winter Soldier, Iron Man 3, Ant-Man, Captain America: The First Avenger, Doctor Strange, Civil War, Guardians 2, Guardians 1, Avengers.
Oh boy, I think Aaron's gonna be very upset with me.
I know where you guys
I don't
stand.
think he's gonna be.
I don't think you're gonna be happy with me.
All right, where would you, Aaron? I need to hear this. Where would you put it?
Yeah, where would you put it?
If you were the god of this new world, where are you putting this?
Let's see. It's somewhere around the Ant-Man, Doctor Strange area for me.
Wow. That is very disrespectful to those.
Had a great fucking time with this movie. You people are on dust, and you're inconsistent with your criticism of the humor.
Wait, how? Wait, hold on.
I thought there were jokes that were forced, but the ones that you criticized, like what are you watching?
The same movie you watched, Tommy.
Same movie,
Doctor Strange is a fantastic movie from front to back, and that makes me kind of want to keep Doctor Strange there. First Avengers also a fantastic movie. I just think this. Yeah, I had a great time with this movie. It's definitely for me above Iron Man 3 for sure.
Wow. Interesting.
I'm figuring this out.
Yeah.
No, take your time.
I just thing for me is like I really enjoyed Ant-Man as a character. I love that group dynamic they had. And there's a lot of like explaining what Ant-Man was, and there's a training montage, and the talk about the villain of Ant-Man not being super great is something that like I didn't care about as much as you guys did, but it's not a plus.
Right.
And then this, like, if I had to say something bad about Ragnarok, it was that like I could close my eyes and tell you, like, if I had to make a bland prediction of all the events that happened on Asgard, I would come close up until the end. Like just in the time when Thor and Loki are off in other world I can never remember the name of, like all the stuff of Jakar of Hela arriving, Sakaar, thank you, Jafar, no, so
man,
like,
Jafar would have made this movie good.
Jeff Goldblum as Jafar.
I'd watch that.
Oh my god,
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
I'd watch the fuck out of that.
Just like fucking, he's clearly just a lunatic the entire time.
But of course, Gilbert Gottfried's still Iago.
Yeah, of course.
Don't even. You just made me so sad because that just reminded me of the live action, and I was like, oh, wow.
I still have not seen that movie.
Could you imagine that? That's what we should do. Is we should watch all the Disney live action movies.
Oh
man!
All
right.
I don't know if I have like the intestinal fortitude for that. Like, I've done it already. Like,
make it a drinking game.
Aladdin's good, but, like, because of Will Smith, but it's not. It's gonna be a whole different thing. I don't really want to get into it. Yeah. So, Aaron, where do you think this is going, buddy?
Oh, god damn it. I've got to. Ooh. Just so I pick something, I would put above Ant-Man.
Okay.
Below Captain America: First Avenger.
So high up.
Alright, I would put it between Homecoming and Winter Soldier.
Oh my. See, so this was the argument I was just having with myself in my head. Was just, is this movie better than the original Iron Man or Age of Ultron? Like, I don't think it is. Like, it's just like there is some good comedy in here, but holy shit, is there like some bad stuff? Like, it's like, all right, that wasn't funny. Okay, that wasn't funny. All right, this definitely wasn't funny. Like, is this going anywhere? Okay, a Hulk dick joke. Awesome. Like, incredible. Like, we've really gotten to that. And the thing that bothered me the second time around that didn't bother me the first time around is this is I feel like this is the most adult Marvel movie in terms of comedy. Because they have that Korg joke where he's like, "Oh man, he was pulling you off." And then they have like
Yeah.
Hulk showing his dick off, and there was ass, and then like it was a couple other jokes I can't remember now, but it was like, this is totally not appropriate for kids. And for,
Thomas, I gotta warn you that there are a couple shots also where you can see some ankles, and I know that's gonna be a problem for you. But
ankles.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Hulk. Like, did we really need to see Hulk's ass?
I mean, there's a lot of things in all of these movies we didn't really need.
I mean, look, man.
You want to start asking that question?
We get a lot of that with Hulk, though. Like with the Hulk's very first movie, we got an explanation on why Hulk can't fuck.
Yeah, true.
So I mean,
all right,
at least it's consistent.
Okay. Next time we all have sex, we need to have heart rate monitors on our wrists. We need to report back.
So no, I've actually worn an Apple Watch while having sex.
Did you look?
Yeah, I checked after. I was curious.
After?
Well, yeah, because you can see what it's been the past like hour.
Oh, okay, so, there's like history. Okay.
Yeah, so like, and the answer is definitely not 200 beats per minute. Because you would be having a fucking stroke.
Says you.
Okay, you know what? No. Do you have a smartwatch?
I don't. I used to.
Okay, I was going to say
I have it somewhere, but
like, if you got a smartwatch, next time you have sex, you fucking keep track of that.
I could strap my Android to me and it would do the same.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Try that out.
I'm sure there's data already online that already says what it is, but
yeah,
I'm not going to do that work.
Yeah. So, anyways, I think, God, you're putting it above Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yep.
You want it above Ant-Man. That just seems insane to me. I think I would put it like, dude, honestly, I would maybe go as like far as to put it above Age of Ultron. I think that's not where I would necessarily put it, but I think since we're gonna have to do the compromise, that is my compromising spot is
above.
Oh, okay. Well, so both of our positions are not compromising. I want to hear your unadulterated opinion, and then we can work on compromising.
I would probably. Man, it sucks because like there's a lot of stuff I want to like in this movie, but
put it above Thor 2.
I think it's
all the Thor movies in a row.
I think it's definitely so in my mind. Like, I would put it where I would want to put it is above Iron Man 2. That's where I would put it, no compromise.
Okay.
But everything below that, to me, like, you could put 5 imaginary movies between Thor Ragnarok and Iron Man 2, because that's how bad I think the rest of those movies are.
I mean, by the end of we got like 5 more movies to go, right?
Yep. Actually, no. You know what? Above Age of Ultron is my no compromise. I think I just made the snap decision in my head. I think it's slightly better than Age of Ultron. I'll put it there.
Okay. Okay. So what we're looking at here is because where did you put it, Bronson?
I put it above Homecoming.
Okay. So you guys kind of have like that bottom bit, and I kind of have the top. So it's somewhere between there.
Homecoming is kind of like Homecoming and Ragnarok are in my mind what I'd consider like the movies I would put in the middle of this list or near the middle, because like I don't love them, but I don't like fucking like I'm not gonna like be like, oh, those are awful.
Mhm.
You know, we got one of those coming up soon though, in 2 weeks.
Oh yes, we do.
I'm excited to watch it again to see. Cause
Oh god, I'm so not.
I've seen that movie 3 times, and I'm curious to see. And each time it's gotten worse.
Is it illegal? Is it illegal for me to just keep my previous rating and not watch
Nope,
it
you
again?
gotta rewatch it.
you gotta rewatch it.
Damn
I
it.
crammed in Black Panther last night before bed.
All right, well, I'm going to be like obliterated drunk to watch it. Like, that's
And
I think
the most
only way I can
informed
get through
opinions. Absolutely. Yes.
You'll get the most truthful opinions from me that way, I guess, right?
I suppose.
just texting us in the middle of the movie, just like, you know what else?
Yeah. I will. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do when I watch it. I'm going to do a drunken, like old man text message chain in the Discord.
Okay. So this is something Anthony Todd used to do when reviewing games. And he took the idea from when Jeff did that Ocarina of Time blog. And that's literally just write down like a diary as he plays through the game. Do that while you're watching the fucking movie.
Oh, while I'm drunk. Oh,
yeah.
Perfect. I agree to this.
I look forward to the drunk thoughts that come out of this for sure.
Yep.
Oh god.
Be good.
All right, let's not dwell on the future though. Let's hammer out where this bad boy goes.
So Aaron, where is your settling spot?
Okay. I mean,
I'm willing to go as high as above Winter Soldier.
Woof.
And see, I really enjoyed Winter Soldier for, like, I think Winter Soldier's too low on this.
I think Winter Soldier should be lower. So
I might actually agree with that, Broadsid, after that rewatch. It was good, but it's not.
God, I had both Winter Soldier and this movie. I had a better time than the last time, and I already enjoyed it the last time.
And but like also, I would like pull Iron Man all the way up from where it is to like next to Ant-Man.
Sure.
So such is the nature of compromise.
Yes.
Sure.
Well, that's the thing. That's what makes this interesting because, like, I do like this movie over Homecoming for sure, due to my own bias with high school movies and.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I prefer like a late teens, early 20s Spider-Man. So like I understand.
Yeah. Entry-level college Spider-Man, but like he's a high school kid. That's the lore. I get it. Absolutely. I just don't want to watch it. Let's see. Iron Man 3 is a good movie.
I was gonna say if we make it a drinking game, it may be bearable. Says Emily Torres.
Yeah. Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying.
Just I love how just like we're just like everyone know like if you like Captain Marvel, you're gonna be disappointed in 2 weeks.
No,
I want to say she was commenting that in response to the Disney movies.
Yeah, that could be true.
I mean, yeah, you'd say that.
They don't sing any of the songs in the Aladdin movie, do they?
They do.
Oh,
No,
okay.
they do.
Well then. Alright.
In fact, their version of "Friend Like Me" is actually pretty good.
It's good.
Cool.
It's the new one they make that's horrible.
Yeah, the Prince Ali one. I did
Oh,
like.
they redid
no.
Prince. Okay.
No, not Prince Ali. It's Jasmine's song. That's
that wasn't
make
bad. She did a good performance, though.
No, she did a good performance, but it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make
I enjoy the new rap version of "Friend Like Me."
Oh yeah, word.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty good. The Prince Ali one is pretty good, especially the ending. So yeah. Anyway,
I want to put this over Iron Man 3, but I want to see how strongly you guys feel about that.
I'm very
Iron Man
violently
3?
against that.
Yeah, I know you are.
Absolutely not. Are you a lunatic?
I had more fun watching this than I had watching Iron Man 3.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, yeah, but man, they made an Iron Man Die Hard movie. How sick is that?
I mean, that's great. It's great enough to be at the position it is at among these mostly fun, good movies. So yes, if that's what it is, we'll put it above Winter Soldier, below Iron Man 3.
Is everyone okay with that?
I could live with that.
All right.
I'm not gonna.
That's all we ask. That's all we ask.
I'm not gonna go to bat to like shit on Thor Ragnarok that much. Like,
I think it's like I think Thor Ragnarok top of the middle tier is about as far as I'm willing to go with it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So next movie we have is Black Panther.
Ivan Bay.
Yeah.
So, better, worse, or the same for you guys?
This was
Well,
my
in your
first
case, this
watch-
is your first viewing. So, in your case, did you enjoy it, or did you hate it, or were you neutral?
Same question, Aaron. Was it better, worse, or the same?
I mean, it is certainly better than no expectations at all. Like,
Sure.
Okay.
it's better than nothing. There,
Better.
put that on the box.
Better than I'm sure the fucking the people who made Black Panther are happy to have that on their Blu-ray case.
There you go.
Better than nothing. Super game crap.
Better than nothing, says Aaron Reynolds. People like, who? Fucking who?
No, whatever, man. That's how you get those controversial reviews. That's how you get people to know you.
You're damn right.
But okay, but in general, good, bad, medium.
I mean, I had a good time.
Okay.
I
saw this.
don't know if I had as good a time as I had with Thor Ragnarok. But it's a different movie. You know, it's
Different
not trying to
tone.
be what Thor Ragnarok is.
Very different tone.
Yeah. But yeah, I generally had a good time with it.
I think it's about the same. I think it's okay. It's all right. It's Thor Ragnarok. I can at least have like passionate opinions about. This movie is very much like, other than some of the stuff with Killmonger, and some of the better, and some of the like dope ass music. I'm just very neutral on this movie. I remember like when I saw it in theaters, I saw it with my friend Panda, and she thought it was the most amazing fucking movie, and I was just like, yeah, it was alright. Like it's non-offensively good. Like it doesn't, like I see why it's like culturally important. That's cool.
Yeah.
So, and what about for you, Thomas?
I think it's about the same. Like, nothing really got that much worse. Nothing got better. It's like a very middle of the road. Like you said, it's like a non-offensive, like okay movie.
It's a solid action movie that has some like things to say culturally that they probably would be able to do more with if this wasn't a goddamn Disney movie. Like that's kind of where it is. And,
it's like it just has some like logical plot holes that really drive me nuts, but everything else around it kind of like got decently a little better, so that didn't really hurt it too much in terms of my viewing anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, shall we go through it?
All right. So it starts out with the explanation of vibranium and the Wakanda Society, and then we flash forward to Oakland in the 90s.
Yeah.
Which weird, but okay, sure.
I mean, you know.
I get it.
Why not?
I get why you do it. And then, we have this, we show the Wakandans, have international reach, even if it's a little on the, hush-hush.
Mm-hmm.
And, the king shows up, and they murk this dude for, exposing, Wakandan society.
And trading vibranium, all that.
Yep, all that good stuff, and his son sees it. And that's
Little Tim Hardaway reference.
yeah. Then that'll set up. That'll set up the villain that we'll find out later in the movie. This scene was good. This is my I just cannot get passionate about this fucking movie outside of some select pieces of it. So on this walkthrough of this, my commentary was going to be like, "Yep, that was fine." That was, it's very much inoffensively good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
a good way to actually put it.
Yeah. And that's not a bad thing either. It's just that they made a very solid movie, but not a movie that I watch.
Well, it's something that you see happen a few times here, where it's they introduce an Iron Man or a Thor, and it's a perfectly enjoyable movie, but when you consider sequels and as they make more movies with these characters over time,
and then the fact that he was kind of already introduced in Civil War, and they did a really good job with that.
Yeah.
They didn't need to fully go all ham with the introduction of this character, because
Nope.
They did a lot of that work in Civil War, and I actually kind of feel this movie at times feels unnecessary because of that. It just feels okay,
Oh, the entire movie?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Interesting.
What changes for the start of this movie versus the end of this movie? It's not much changes for the Black Panther himself. Not much changes for Wakanda changes, the Wakandan society, and they're more open to the world now, and that's its own cool.
And there's
thing.
been a lot of talking about vibranium, so it's not even about changing it; it's about just informing the audience, yo, vibranium, Wakanda. Let's talk about that a bit.
Yeah.
I hope that's exactly they put yo vibranium Wakanda.
There's the Cliff's Notes. There you go.
Yeah.
So it cuts to...
Here's Michael Jordan Jr. He's got a sick ass haircut.
These are the best clip notes of all time, Aaron. You should literally do your own separate review of Black Panther on the YouTube channel and just have it be a 20-second video. It's yo, vibranium, Wakanda, Black Panther, Ibambe, movie over.
That's funny.
Bilbo Baggins, CIA.
Yeah, Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins, fucking CIA.
Oh god, that just reminded me. Yeah, what another waste of a good actor.
I mean, at least he's alive. He
did really good.
Is he alive? Because his personality doesn't seem like it.
He can be in future movies, at least.
Fucking... like the way they wrote Thor's girlfriend Jane. This character does not really give him an opportunity to be alive.
Yeah, that's so. We'll see how he gets treated in the franchise going forward. Here it's not great, obviously.
Sure.
Right.
But so yeah, the movie starts out with that. Then they have this stealth mission. Well, him getting new tech, and then showing off this stealth mission, and showing off what the Black Panther can do.
Mm-hmm.
And then a little bit of commentary from the sister. You'll see that dude just get yeeted into that Jeep.
God damn.
And then some smart ass commentary about, you should have done it faster, and then we get a real glimpse at Wakandan society. They fly that motherfucking spaceship in, and you get to see these cities made of vibranium. It looks dope as hell. It looks fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, that's an awesome shot.
Yeah, they do a killer job establishing oh hey, look at this awesome future society.
Mm-hmm.
And So they do that, and then they cut to London and start to establish our villain Killmonger.
Oh, I liked this. This
I did
scene
too.
here was good.
Yep. Same.
It was real good.
Don't worry, I'm gonna take it off your hands.
Yeah, don't worry. Take it off your hands. And not only that, but they do a real good job establishing, like, oh, this dude is super hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is super hard and ice cold and about getting a spot there of redemption, you know.
Yep.
For, you know, any slights against his people, you know, which, you know, are the African American people in this case, or African people. You know,
Black people.
Yes. Yeah, and then Andy Serkis is in this movie from Age of Ultron.
I'm glad to see some more Andy Serkis.
That was a surprise, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and you know, he's got his robot arm, and he's a multi-billionaire. I don't know why he's doing this though, because he is a multi-billionaire post Ultron.
Because, man, the thrill. It's all about the thrill.
Yeah,
Crime.
He's a lunatic. Like,
Yeah.
that's just insane.
Who cuts their hair that way? Lunatics.
Nobody. Exactly.
You know, then you know, but they escape with it in the ambulance, and
Who smells vibranium?
Killmonger makes out with his girlfriend when they as they get in the ambulance.
Okay, these guys are obviously terrible people, but in that one shot, it seems like these guys are a fun, ridiculous crew. These fucking murderers.
But
they're not so bad.
So it's like an Almost Sunny in Philadelphia situation.
Kind of,
like, all right.
They're like, yeah, these are endearing assholes.
Lordy.
If the event of this movie didn't happen, there's a show there.
So we get a little more Wakandan society, and then we get the Challenger bit. You know, where they're like, hey, you know, they're like, hey, we're gonna set up a challenge for T'Challa to, you know, the mantle of the Black Panther and King, and then what is his name again? I'm forgetting. M'Baku. Goes and gets his ass beat, and you know, T'Challa showing wisdom is like, dude, you need to lead your people. Like, like, you need to lead your, you know, you can't be murdered by me. Please do not.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then that fight scene happens. It's a good scene. Like, it's I like it. I really like the visuals of this film. It is a cool looking film.
Oh, it's so pretty. It's so very pretty.
Yeah, like they did a lot of the sets, a lot of the costumes, like that traditional African like garb in a lot of cases. Like, it is, they do a very good job with it. So yeah, so they can, their fight goes on, and then T'Challa goes to the spirit world to go talk to his dad. You know, be like, hey, well, you know, what should I do? How should I run things, etc., etc. So that happens. You know, he gets talks about being king, and, you know, the new Black Panther suit, and how they need to find out who's stealing this vibranium, and they get involved with U.S. government man. So yeah, all that happens, and then then we get this big chase scene through a metropolitan city. I forget which city. Is this Korea?
I want to say it was Korea, somewhere in Korea.
Yeah, I want to say it was Korea. And this chase scene is awesome with this car and her dude, yeah. Like,
when he says keep going and he like claws the ground and turns it.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Just does a fantastic job. So there's that. Like, that was incredibly well done.
Also, like Black Panther has one of the coolest fucking suits. I think he
I was
has
about
like
to say.
the
I was about to say. He has the coolest suit.
Yes, it looks so awesome. It's
Yep.
like with the slight tinge of purple with the black.
Yeah.
And yes, it is a good looking suit. Good
Busan.
combo.
question, because now I don't know why I've never thought about this before, but like, so Black Panther has that suit that comes out of nothing that's all vibranium, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then like Iron Man does like a similar thing later on with the nanotech.
Yeah.
But is his suit vibranium? No,
No,
right?
no, it's just nanomachines.
Why the hell isn't it vibranium?
Because he doesn't have the resource. Like he probably
Doesn't he? Doesn't he
no,
though?
no, like I mean, he does and he doesn't. I think he just doesn't want to use it for whatever reason. And like his solution was, well, if my suit can rebuild itself with these nanobites fast enough, I don't need an invincible armor. So
That just seems. Sorry to sidetrack us, but that seems like a very stupid move for the smartest guy on the planet.
that's just Tony's life.
Yeah.
Well, again, yeah, no, a lot of the Avengers movies where Iron Man is just like, if you had approached this a bit differently, this movie wouldn't have happened. So it happens in Busan, South Korea.
Busan,
Okay, so we're right about Korea.
Plane, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, fair enough. So they capture Killmonger with U.S. government man, and they not Killmonger, fucking Andy Serkis's character.
I love U.S. government, man.
Yep, U.S. government man.
Watson.
What?
Yes, it is. It is Watson.
Watson, the CIA agent.
Yes.
Tomato.
God, they should have just had him play Watson since
Just have Watson in this. Yeah.
Well, since they have so many references to Sherlock and Doctor Strange, like it would be so fitting if he was basically if he had like the mustache and like.
They should have just come up with a reason to have him and Doctor Strange in a movie together.
They're definitely gonna.
They have to do that at some point.
There's no way they don't. That would.
They already did it in Lord of the Rings, or I'm sorry, The Hobbit. So let's just do it here.
Yeah, man.
Make these two inseparable.
Right.
We forgot to mention the Stan Lee cameo in Ragnarok, where he takes pleasure in cutting Thor's hair.
That was solid. That was solid.
Right.
Yeah, one of my favorites so far.
Also, I realized last week we forgot during Guardians 2 to mention Adam Warlock is being made. Like, his existence is a thing.
Oh, yes. Yep.
We did forget that, huh?
It's good.
So, anyway.
The reason I say that is because I just saw him at the table with the CIA agent.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mentioned that because I realized it after we did those reviews last week. Shit, we didn't mention that. So we get we get more thoughts on the internal struggle and Wakandan's isolation and the whole like, oh, here's the plant that makes the Black Panther, I guess. They don't really go over that in great detail enough, I feel. Like, if
you wanted to explain something about all of this, that would be a pretty important one.
Like, because they're just like, I don't know, this is how you sort of make Black Panther, I guess. Not really, I don't know.
Yeah, and then it's like, why? Oh, we understand the like importance of it, but why don't you have everybody have that flower so they're at least on that level, but only like the leader gets the Black Panther suit? Like, because then they'd be like an unstoppable army. Right,
like, why, at minimum, why not that, like, guard that Okoye runs?
Right, or that, yeah. God, what are they called? Oh. And they said the name in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I always forget.
I'm the same.
They're like the special unit. But yeah, that would totally make sense for them to have it. Like, at least the Royal Guard.
I mean, outside of this movie and anything with Thanos, like, you could say that they just don't need it because they're already ridiculously good.
Yeah.
But for this movie and the best I can say is tradition, right? someone they established that tradition and they respect that, and that's a theme in this movie.
Sure.
Do you want to argue whether that's a good idea or not? I think is another matter worth exploring.
No, I mean, like, yeah, that's a tougher decision because like keeping your traditions is obviously very important, but at the same time, it just seems like foolish to just not have at least like your royal guard also be privy to that
Also
type of deal.
on the super juice.
Yeah,
There is absolutely a conversation to be had of like traditions can be totally cool except for when there is no good reason other than tradition.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Oh well.
But yeah, I don't know that they're gonna have another Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
maybe they'll explore it. Who knows? Emily comments Dora Milaje.
Oh, okay. That's the name of it. That's the name of the Dora. Hold on, let me get the name again. Yeah, that would be it. Dora Milaje.
Okay.
So that's the
Yeah.
name of it.
Dora the Milaje.
That's cool.
Dora the Explorer.
The Explorer.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Oh,
I'm the
God.
map. I'm the map.
Where are we going, guys? What is this?
I'm watching the fight in the casino bit.
Another
yeah.
quality fight. Another pretty good one. The action scenes for this, with the exception of the very end fight, look really good.
Yeah, and the choreography, just in general, the MCU has gotten so much better. Like the fight scenes are amazing.
Oh yeah.
And I am beyond fucking excited for Shang-Chi and the Rings movie.
And Black Widow with Taskmaster, dude.
Oh yes, yeah.
Like-
Those should be some like top-notch fight scenes.
Those are both going to be quality.
Yep. Anyways, continue. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. You're good. So yeah, then we, that happens, and our friend gets shot. And they save him, but he's an outsider, so it's a whole bunch of controversy with it, and they're like, he's an outsider, but then someone were like, dude, we're helping people, shut up.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, the fucking, what are you, like, we are literally helping someone. So I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, they bring up some good points about, bringing an outsider in, and then that outsider tries to take information for their own advantage. Like, obviously, I think that the right decision is made, but I understand the concern.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, I get it. Like, I understand it. It's just that I don't know. Like, it just seems just like, really, this dude's been helping you, like, try and hunt down this person this entire time, and like now you're like, oh, he's sketch. And I guess okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then Killmonger just straight up shows up, and is just like, "Hey, I'm taking the throne. Hi, Auntie." That shit was fucking such a G, so good. And this is one of the better villains of the MCU. The bar isn't high, man.
No, I mean, I understand.
Like he has a solid motivation. He comes in with a plan and executes it. He's very charismatic. It's well acted.
Yep. Definitely well. Michael B. Jordan kills it. Like, he's so good. This is where like the first of the logical fallacies comes into play. Because Killmonger shows up, right, and is like, I challenge you to for basically the throne. And at this point, T'Challa, nobody is questioning his leadership at all, whatsoever. This guy, and if I'm correct, which I'm pretty sure I am, this guy doesn't actually have a claim to the throne. Number two.
No.
Doesn't he explain the situation though? What he's basically making the claim that his dad was murdered by T'Challa's dad.
And his dad also was a leader, like an M'Baku type, to where he does have right to challenge.
But so my problem isn't so much with that. It's just like that's an aspect of it. But at the same time, this guy just walked into your royal throne room and he disrupts a meeting, and then is like, I'm this person. This is who I am. And I forget, he shows like some kind of marking or something.
Yeah, he shows
And
the
then
tattoo under the
right.
lip. Yeah.
And then but at the same time, it's like T'Challa can like none of his rule is questioned. Nobody thinks he's weak or anything in that capacity. So there's no reason for him to accept this fight. There's literally
no,
zero reason.
it's tradition. He has to.
Right,
That's a whole big point of the movie is, hey guys, sometimes long-running traditions can be stupid.
yeah, but wasn't that the that tradition takes place during like his actual ceremony, right? That's what the tradition is. It's not that they can challenge him at any point in time. It's that before his like crowning, quote unquote, ceremony, that he can be challenged at that point in time for leadership.
I mean, maybe it was recent enough to where they allowed it, and also that they were like, T'Challa was just like, I'm gonna run this dude's fade because I know I can.
Yeah, I don't know. That moment just doesn't like logically doesn't make sense. To like I said, he's just like he gets in there and it's just like dude, like you're the king. Who the fuck is this guy? Like he can have a marking, but it still doesn't. That still doesn't prove like, or that still doesn't make this a mandatory thing that you have to do. I don't know. It just seems like it's.
Do not do this, T'Challa. As the son of Prince N'Jobu, he is within his rights. He has no rights here. The challenge will take weeks to prepare. Weeks? I don't need weeks. So yeah, no, it was very much like T'Challa just wanted to put an end to the.
T'Challa, yeah, but like, sure. So,
but
like,
that's the only thing. Like he was totally within his rights to reject, and he was totally within his right to be like,
right.
Well, traditionally it takes weeks, so.
And it would have, it also would have made sense again, like one simple line to me, like being like, or like, not a one simple line. Sorry, it would have made sense if this whole movie leading up to that point, they're like questioning his rule, or they see him as weak, and he has to prove himself. Like there's no motivation for T'Challa to be doing this in any capacity.
So I want to go back to like the conversation he has with M'Baku, because that's when they talk about like the moments that T'Chaka killed Killmonger's dad,
right?
And I feel like that is what is playing to him. So I'm just trying to look through this, but yeah, like
you're thinking
a wrong was done, and so maybe in T'Challa's eyes that makes the challenge legitimate.
Because he comes up with this thing saying his father had his father killed, and he thinks like maybe it's a redemption. Like, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Huh?
Or some form of trying to make things right. I don't know.
I guess then they're trying to make it more like he's good to, like he's a good person to such a fault that he would make a stupid mistake like this.
Maybe. Like a Captain America-esque,
Yeah. But Cap doesn't make those mistakes, I feel like.
He's the kind of person who drops a shield to have an honest fist fight.
That's true. That is true.
I thought that was hilarious
When that
happened in Winter Soldier.
I do love, I still love the Winter Soldier to death, but that man did not have superpowers.
No.
Like, it makes this make more sense because Captain America does come out on top and it's not all that dramatic. But man, if he was forced to give away his powers the way Black Panther does, I wonder.
Like, yeah. It just seems like T'Challa just becomes like an infinitely dumber character, and like everybody around him is also informing him like poorly. And I don't know. Like I said, that environment, like
I mean, most people were telling him to reject him, and like the elders were laughing. Most of them were saying to reject it, but some were questioning because of the proof and But
Yeah.
you're right. It wasn't like everyone was kind of down with him being leader.
Yeah.
It was very within T'Challa, especially with that conversation he had before. You're right. Strategically, not the best move, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think that's what it was about for him.
Mhm.
Uh,
All right,
what
Bronson.
happened after that?
All right, so after that we have so we get their fight. It's a good one. It's solid.
Yeah.
It's it shows that Killmonger has definitely had a little more experience in the I murder the living shit out of people combat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's that.
He's also like that they show like he's also oddly trained in the ways of Wakandan fighting as well.
Right, as
Which
well as like his his whole stick is like, well, when I worked in the military, I used to work for dudes who destabilize governments and shit.
Yup.
That was his whole bag.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they do their fight, and then he's like, all right, hey, we're about to call it off, and then Killmonger kills the priest dude.
Yeah.
Which real dick move, and it causes T'Challa to kind of lose his shit for a minute. But he's gotten his ass beat so far. This your king? Moment like which real powerful, real.
Yeah.
Just it hits. It hits real good.
And it's right at that point in the movie where this is like the 2/3 dip. So this is
and
it's probably not him making it out.
Right, and not only that, but Killmonger once again comes out like one of the better villains. Like I'm not in love with this movie, but I have to say the performance, the motivation, they do a good ass job with him.
Yeah, it just would have been way better. I think it would have been actually like a really good movie if within like the first 15 minutes they actually just go like over his backstory.
A little more than
like just like almost entirely switch to like for 15 minutes. Like the first 15 minutes they're introducing him, and then they switch to like finally getting to like Black Panther. To like kind of set him up more, because I feel like that's the only thing his character really was missing, is just like you're kind of like, okay, I kind of get it from the way he carries himself and like his air and Michael B. Jordan's performance.
And then context that they give you throughout the film of like
right
where they say oh yeah, I used to work for special forces, destabilizing governments, da 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 da.
It just doesn't set him up wholly as a emotionally. Like they don't set him up wholly. They just kind of tell you it's like, okay, these are the reasons, right? But they don't like. There's no really like mindset, like where he's actually at, like mentally and emotionally. I just thought like that if they had done that, I probably would have been like, wow, this movie's amazing. Like they did a great job with the villain, yada yada, and so forth.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
I don't want to talk you guys to death about that part.
You're fine.
So they have discussion. They think T'Challa's dead. Killmonger's reorganizing society, and they go over a little bit of his background and whatnot, and his dad and everything, and all that stuff. Why he does what he does, etc. etc. Like they flesh him out well enough. And then you have the Killmonger going into the Black Panther flower area and just lighting it all on fire.
Yep.
So he's like, fucking no more Black Panthers.
Yeah. Man. Badass.
And then he's leading his new people, but they're trying to fight. They go up to M'Baku as like, you need to save us. You need to be the challenger. You need to be the guy. And he's like, no, I saved your king. Your king needs to be the guy.
Yep.
You know, I got my own people to lead, and also, you know, and then like that vegetarian joke was actually pretty good.
That was good. Yeah.
I actually got a good laugh out of me.
Nice throne room too.
Yeah, like
Oh yeah.
really fits his people and like the way like their whole ice aesthetic type thing.
Yep.
So he recovers, and then they set up the final battle, which, you know, or the like Killmonger's like, all right, hey, we're gonna go take over the world with this vibranium and our peeps, but then Black Panther shows up and, and we have a mutiny, and then we get our end battle scene, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which, it's nice to see everyone get involved. Shuri gets involved. Like even the guy you would think is an incompetent American soldier, gets to be a pilot again, and he's kind of a hero of the movie.
Yeah.
He kicks some real ass.
Despite not being able to express too much crazy emotion just due to the character, he gets a meaningful moment
Right,
beyond his involvement in Civil War.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. So yeah, and then we get Black Panther, running down a rhino.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How great was that shit, right?
that was good.
So yeah, you have that, you have the Dora Milaje versus Killmonger, and they get their ass kicked.
Yo.
His suit is black and gold though.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
gaudy. It's all gaudy and shit.
Mhm.
It's all gaudy.
Good. It's good.
And then this is where they fucking another point where they take the villain and they water him down and make it the typical you're fighting a version of yourself but stronger. It's like
Yeah, Marvel really fucking loves that. And it once again starts with giant fucking robot Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, they should have given him a fucking a crown. They should have just brought out a crown for him to wear, and then had him wear the rest of it is just his mercenary gear, and he would have looked super badass and had his own vibe. Nah, but it's
Instead we get gold Black Panther.
Yeah, you're just you're Black Panther now. Okay, it's all right.
But gold.
I mean, the king is supposed to wear the Black Panther suit, right?
Sure.
It makes sense for the story they're trying to tell.
Sure.
Obviously, next movie you don't want to do that, but
he has gold.
also black and gold. It's a good combo.
It is. It looks good.
I still prefer the black and purple.
I mean, yes.
We get our big fight scene, and after the big army fight and multiple people trying to stop them, and the air fight, we get the actual Black Panther fight. And it is it's in a vibranium subway, and all this with all this other stuff going on, and T'Challa ends up winning after and they have that moment where it's just where Killmonger gives that line, it was just he sees Wakanda unfold, he's it's beautiful,
Yeah.
and it's just and T'Challa's yo man, we can help you, we can save you, we can help you out, you can be part of our society. It's just what was that line? Hold on. Hold on. Bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from ships because they knew death was better than bondage.
Yeah, that was a really powerful line.
Yeah, that once again hit. And then in a moment that is very uncommon for these kind of films, You know, being like, uh, hey, you know, like we're actually going to change our society now that we beat the bad guy.
Yeah.
We're going to go out and do Wakandan outreach, and you know, like we have gotten to enjoy the bounty of this for so long, but now we can share it with others.
Yeah.
And you know, they start the outreach program, the Wakandan Center, where Killmonger grew up, and then that's the film. We get a post credit scene at the United Nations. We get a post credit scene with Bucky.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
um,
Ugh.
so gentlemen, what was your rated out of 5?
Um, I would put it at a. Oof. I would put it at a 4.
Okay.
Okay.
I liked it. I liked it a lot, but it was just it's the movie setting up a superhero, you know. And I thought it did really well at that.
For me, it's a 3. I think it's I think it's good. I think that fairly predictable, but a good time. So yeah. What about you, Thomas? Out of 5.
Out of 5, I think I would also put it at a 3. It's got like, again, like Marvel has this thing. It's like the performances, the actors they get are all pretty good. Like even some of the lesser roles, they're always good. Specifically in this movie, I really liked, I think literally every character we interacted with except for his girlfriend. I think that was about like,
Yeah, she was a little one note, but
like it's like the first time I even noticed this, I was like, it seemed like she was reading off a piece of paper. Like that's how it kind of felt like to me. But everybody else was great. Chadwick Boseman was amazing. Michael B. Jordan was amazing, and they played off of each other so damn well. Like that's probably the best hero villain interaction in the MCU.
You know,
it's very
you might
strong.
be right.
Yeah, that it's the only one I would say close is like Thor and Loki, maybe. But
Possibly.
That's up there.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Again, this is very boilerplate setup. We've seen it 1,000 times, and as good as Marvel is at this point, like you figure you'd see something different. Not even necessarily like a partial origin, or like they just totally skip it. Like it was a pretty big theme in this. But just Marvel, like fucking, you're gonna continually be introducing these guys. Like just do something different. Like we get it, like we understand, but like
Well,
holy shit.
I totally thought that the 2 origin movies we got off of the Civil War, the Homecoming and the Black Panther, totally were not needed. Like they could have given them the established stories and they would have been fine. That movie did enough to establish both of them.
Yeah, there's more. Like this movie has like a bunch of logical fallacies, which I'm like, it's fine to be like, okay, this is a movie, and it's like I gotta put this to the side, but like it happens a few times in this, and it's kind of annoying. It's not like overly bad.
It's not the end of the world. Like
Yeah, like
that's the way I would put it.
culturally, I feel like because I'm a white person, I don't
I
understand
can't
this movie as
right, like
as much as I probably should.
Side effect of us being all white guys.
Yeah. But yeah, culturally important, important in terms of Marvel and superheroes, historically important. Overall, a 3 though, because it's just flat. It's just like a cool. Like I wasn't excited to rewatch it, and when I was done, I didn't feel I got anything other than like a way to review this.
Yeah, you know, very much the same. Like I had a good time with it when I watched it, but immediately after I was like, "Yep, that was an alright time."
Oh, also, I will throw in the caveat that this was like I watched this Marvel movie probably like 4 weeks, maybe a month to 2 months after it came out. So the entire time, all I heard was, "Man, Michael B. Jordan like is amazing. This is leagues like leagues better than any Marvel villain," which is true. But I heard this is not a joke. Like I heard a bunch of people being like, "This has to be as good, if not better, than Heath Ledger as Joker." And when I finished watching it, I think it was because people overblew it so much that I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I was very confused. Like, he's got a few good lines and like his
He's
motivation.
got some really good writing behind him.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And is a good actor.
But I feel like I never actually like I said, they show off why he's upset, right?
Mhm.
But you never get a real feeling of him actually being upset in that manner because they don't really. There's no other way they utilize it besides his laser focus, and I feel like emotionally I don't really know where he's at because Michael B. Jordan does this really good like he has this like half stoic, half charismatic when he needs to be type of performance, which is good for that villain.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just them not writing him enough material. Like if we had, I can't even explain.
Like a
what,
flashback to him doing some
like
of those
a
things that formed his. Yeah.
kind of like a flashback, or like I said, like the first 15 minutes should have just been dedicated to him, and not like here's what happened 30 years ago and like this is what happened like 28 years ago, but just like kind of like this journey to make him feel like a consistent character as well, because he doesn't feel like that either. It's just like damn man, like 5 to 10 more minutes of just him on screen before he gets to Wakanda, I think would have done him so much more justice, and it could have put it like in for me into a 4 to 5 range. Like I could have argued that it would have been a 5 if they had just fleshed him out
I do
a little
wish
more.
I agree with you in the sense that I do wish this thing had a little more wow factor to it.
Mhm.
Cause like
Right. That's honest. Yeah.
Cause like that's my big issue with this movie is like it's consistently good, but at
Right.
no point during the film did I go fuck dude that was so fucking awesome.
Right.
And
Like
so
the fights were good, but it wasn't like.
the fights were
even-
good. Like everything was good. Nothing was super great. I get that it's a culturally important film, which does earn it a couple more brownie points, of course.
But like the fights are always good in Marvel. That's the thing is like, and it seems to be like, and it's always one or the other, either the hero or the villain. Later on, like later it becomes the heroes more often than the villains because like in the beginning the villains are just horrible. But one of them falls flat, and then when you have these movies formulated this way to where it's centered around the hero, the villain, their relationship, and like how they interact with each other and the people they all love or care about. It becomes a little more about that, and Marvel just like more often than not in the beginning just messes it up. It's just like
all right,
well-
so you say it's a 3 or 4. I say it's a 3. Aaron
I
says
say it's a 3.
Aaron says it's a 4. So where are we all putting it? Where are we putting it?
So
Hmm.
good question.
That is a good question. Because like of the hero origin stories, I do think it is in the upper half.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excluding Guardians of the Galaxy because, like, I don't know, just it's a group thing. So that for me automatically elevates it above the others.
Right.
And then there's the question of like, there's saying that it's good, and then there's like having your personal preference for certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then again, it's like it's also hard because I'm also trying to imagine where I'd want to put it in comparison to this movie, but then because this is a compiled list of 3 or 4 people, like another movie's way down below that I don't think it meets above, but normally I wouldn't put it down that low. So now I'm like, okay, where do I put it on this compiled list? Because I can't imagine what it looks like on my list, my personal list.
Right, like on my personal list, like I have Iron Man way higher. I think this movie is worse than Iron Man. I think it's better than Age of Ultron. So I'm like trying to.
that messes you up.
So like.
Real frogs
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Because for example, I enjoyed Thor Ragnarok more than this movie, but I don't feel comfortable putting it low. And like Thor Ragnarok, looking at this list, is like dead center middle.
I would say I would put it either right below or right above Ragnarok.
Wow. Man, I think. Yeah, I feel like this, in terms of quality, I feel like this and Winter Soldier are almost interchangeable. But man, also putting it below Ragnarok is like, meh. Not interchangeable thematically, just in terms of quality.
Of course. No, that's not what I'm still even in quality again.
Yeah, you think? Okay, that's fair. I don't know. I think I would put it like. I think I would put it right below Ragnarok. I think that makes sense.
Okay.
All right. So is everyone cool with it being below Ragnarok?
Yeah.
For now, I can accept it. Look, I'm just saying, and this is something that we all have our own reasons to agree. Every movie we review, it becomes more apparent that we need that final.
Oh yeah.
Like,
for sure.
This list is so fucking
revise
weird.
it. It's so fucked up, man.
Yeah, it really is.
It's really funny because we've always had, like Bronson and I especially, have had experience with lots of top 10 of the year debates that last for hours and hours, and that's just getting it down to 10. But now we have to like expand this
to 23.
Past 20. Like, man, you thought a top 10 video games of the year list got fucked up. Look at this thing.
Right. Yo,
Look at this fucking travesty.
that episode, like we're saying like we're gonna do 4 hours. I feel like it's gonna end up being like a 6-hour stream with like multiple breaks.
Oh, dude, like at least like it was 4 of us last week, and we were talking about just 2 of the movies, and we went for 4 hours.
Yes. Yep.
So it's like, man, yeah. So yeah, I'm okay with that for right now.
Oh man, I'm so curious to see what Derek thinks about both of these movies. I'm kind of upset he's not here. Like,
I know what happened.
Why you do this?
He had something going on. Hey, we're being raided.
We're being raided?
Nah.
We're being hosted by Lil Wolf Streams. Yo, what up?
What's up, Steph?
Yeah, that's awesome. What's going on?
All right, so
just in time for the wrap up.
Yeah, for real.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. Get in the
Here you
limo.
can combine your cards.
Get in the limo.
God.
Here you can fuse new personas.
Here's how you make Beelzebub.
This is how you make Satan.
What are these words? Wait, what? Make Satan?
Yeah, in the Persona games, you can make Satan.
Oh yeah. Okay. Persona.
So,
What? Are you playing Neo? You're playing Neopets. All right. Hey, I don't know what's the state of Neopets right now.
I don't even. Is that still a game?
Apparently.
Wow, that's kind of impressive.
Why not? There was a crowd that was into it. Oh,
Was there?
shambles because Flash died. Let me look. I don't know.
Those are words that combine together to make English.
Yes.
Neopets is going mobile. All right.
I thought, wasn't it mobile? Was it not?
Merch shop. I guess
no,
it wasn't.
no.
I guess not. It's,
16th annual Altador Cup is here. Oh God.
Wow. Once again, those are words.
Yeah,
those are words.
You're just saying words to me right now.
Well, you can get your official Neopets merch at neopets.com.
Oh, thank God that exists.
Again, that's neopets.com.
.com.
They've been trying for years to go mobile, but slow update. How?
Even more. Okay. Yeah.
That seems like that's the kind of game that would be really built for mobile.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I would think, right?
Weird. Kind of late to the game, but all right. Anyway, hey guys, we just put Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther on our list. They are both right next to each other in the middle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so from worst to first, as of our third to last week of this shit.
Whew.
We're doing good.
By the way, we're not including TV shows, they're gonna be their own list.
Wait, are they? Oh, okay, that's fair.
Oh shit, hold on. You guys still hear me?
Oh, I can hear you just fine, but
Hold on.
yes, not nod physically with my head. Yes, we can hear you. This is the second time this has happened this week.
Wow,
Yep.
Bronson, come on.
So
Get your
yeah.
shit together.
There we go. No, it's the headphones.
It's the headphones.
Anyway, or the
Worst first.
First, we have Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. Then we have Thor, Dark World. Then we have Thor. Then we got Iron Man 2, Iron Man 1,
Thank you, Steph.
Avengers Age of Ultron, Spider-Man Homecoming, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Black Panther, Thor Ragnarok, Iron Man 3, Ant-Man, Captain America, the First Avenger, Doctor Strange, Captain America, Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, and Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah.
And so, we got our schedule for the coming weeks. Thanks to Emily, Mod Mommy in the chat, rocking it. She laid out our schedule for us. And this is basically what it is. Next week, we got she's sad that Iron Man and Age of Ultron are so low on the list.
Look, man. The end of this show, there's going to be... Everyone tune in for the end of this series, because that is when we're going to do one last reorder. It's going to be a big party. We're going to have like a few more people, and we're just going to be talking about this.
And then we're never going to review movies ever again.
No fucking kidding.
That's not true.
That's not fucking true at all. We got fucking
true.
Shang-Chi like 4 weeks later.
Yeah, 4 weeks. And then we got the most absurd ranking list coming after that one.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, all the Disney live-action movies, right?
Oh, no, definitely not.
The Kevin Smith View Askew movies. So
all the Superman movies.
We should review the Saw movies, because there's like a million of them.
There you go.
God.
And we would.
That one's on you guys. I'm good.
I've seen 1 through 6 already, so
I saw 1 and I was like, that's more than enough for me.
1 was good.
Saw 1's good.
All right. So anyway, this is our schedule. Next week we have Infinity War and Ant-Man and the Wasp. The week after that, we have Captain Marvel and Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
Good weeks.
Jumping ahead after that, we are doing Spider-Man Far From Home, and because we needed a movie to fill time, and it is not going to be on our rankings, just doing it for fun, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yo.
Just an excuse to watch it again.
Yeah, just an excuse to watch a fucking movie again.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yeah, we're getting there. Then the week after that is gonna be Black Widow and all of the Marvel TV shows.
Yep.
So the TV shows we're gonna get caught up on, because that is because that's also the week of the Loki finale. So it's just we're gonna pile it all on tomorrow in one shot.
Hell yeah.
So basically, if you're not caught up on the Marvel shows, you have from now until the Black Widow week to get caught up on those.
You've been put on notice, people.
Then
it's tomorrow, Steph.
And then finally, we wrap up all that bullshit we wrap up every last bit of that bullshit by rank it.
Doing one last show.
One last
Yes.
show where we rank all the Marvel movies, and then we're done.
Oh hell yeah! That's so many
And
movies.
then we will come back and revisit this as movies come out and place them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
No, we gotta do the mega party.
Yep. It's gonna be a good time.
It'll
It's
be,
gonna
be a
be
good time. To be probably like a 7-hour thing.
A 7-hour shouting match.
Is it July 20th?
That'd be July 20th, I believe. Yeah, hold on.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Wow.
so it'd be if next week is those two, week after is that two, week after is those two, week after is Black Widow and TV shows. So it would be. Hold on.
Huh.
Actually, no, it'd be the 13th. It looks like.
Oh, okay.
I'll double check.
That's what it looks like.
Low key.
Let's go to our Discord. Which, hey, if you haven't joined our Discord, we got a Discord. That's where we
Discord.
talk about everything.
That's where we
If
talk
you
about
haven't
Discord
joined
in
the
our Discord.
How fucking dare you? How dare you? Just remember that. Just remember what I said. How dare you?
Oh, okay. I will.
I heard you like Discords. Yeah, Stephanie gets it. So those
Okay,
are.
so wait, it's 6-8. So 15, Infinity War, Ant-Man 2, 22, Captain Marvel Endgame, 29, Far From Home, Spider-Verse, 6. Wow. Yeah. It's the 20th. This is what we get for doubting Emily for a second.
Oh,
Hell
no,
yeah.
she's on the ball.
Check the schedule, Bronson. God.
Just did.
God.
Just
got it.
Got on top.
Emily's
of them.
got it. Oh yeah, if we should probably post that in like the Super Gamecraft Discord.
Yes, so
Yes.
we'll post that
So
in the
that
movies,
people can watch
the
that.
movies tab, so you
Oh,
guys can
smart.
follow along with.
Yep.
Yeah.
So as for other shows, for those of you who don't, let's see, I am the best at ideas, says Stephanie. For those of you who do not care about movies and are there for our other content, tomorrow we continue our Halo Let's Play, where we are going to be playing through all the Halo games. We are wrapping up Reach tomorrow,
Yep.
on our way to 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Then we and then on Thursday is looking like more me doing World of the Warcraft, the Burning
What is
Crusade.
What's that? I've never heard of it.
It's a video game.
So it's
Oh.
it's the video game equivalent of Black Tar Heroin. And
that tracks. Yeah, that definitely tracks.
So and then on Sunday, it is our lovely Super Game Cast 2 podcast where you'll get where this week is actually a special week because we are going to be starting about 45 minutes earlier. Because of we are going to be watching over the Microsoft press conference.
Hell yeah! Oh,
Yeah.
snap!
So we'll
Be a good time.
be doing all that, and depending on timing, we actually might be able to cram in Square as well. So
I mean, depending on when it starts, right?
it starts at like noon.
Oh
So-
shit. Well,
so-
if you want to stick around for Square Enix, I guess.
Yeah, we might be doing a double duty on that day. So anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in like always. You're all beautiful people,
We love you
every
so
single
much.
one of you. And
Praise Elba.
Thanks. Oh, hell
Yes.
yeah! Praise Idris Elba.
We'll be back. We'll see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.
See ya.
Peace.